Let's start with why celebrant-led weddings are becoming so popular. Couples today want control over their ceremony. They want them to be more personal, more fun, and perhaps to also include cultural traditions, things that aren't always possible in standard registrar-led ceremonies. Celebrant weddings allow for all of this and more, and they're perfect for the couple who want to break away from the one-size-fits-all packaged approach. Take Michaela and Gareth, for example, who had a celebrant ceremony at a beautiful North Yorkshire barn wedding venue, or Pippa and Giraffe, who had a celebrant-led wedding on Temple Island in Henley-on-Thames. Both couples had gorgeous and romantic celebrant ceremonies that celebrated their love story in a deeply personal way, with unique vows, magical readings, and enchanting music. Or what about Naomi and Tom, who had a festival-style wedding in Berkshire? Or Amelia and Meg, who had a wedding at a traditional hotel venue in Sheffield, but they both had fun and modern celebrant-led ceremonies complete with unique and stunning rituals that included hand fasting and a quaich. Personalisation is key here, and it's why so many couples are choosing wedding celebrants. Now let's talk about legalities. In England and Wales, only registrars or religious ministers can legally marry couples. This means celebrant ceremonies are symbolic and not legally binding. But that's not a problem because couples have 5 options for taking care of the legal side. So let's talk you through these 5 legal options. Number 1 is the statutory marriage ceremony, often called the 2+2. Now this is the cheapest and most straightforward option, costing couples just £57, including the marriage certificate. Now it's quick, just the couple, 2 witnesses and registrars. Now, Charlotte and Jamie had their legal ceremony in Barnsley 2 days before their fun farm wedding in Sheffield. Kerry and Lee took a different approach. After their joyful and personal ceremony at the Sheffield Manor Lodge, they stopped off in Wakefield after their mini-moon in the lakes for their legal marriage ceremony, where Lee's parents joined them to be their 2 witnesses. It was simple, straightforward, and budget-friendly. Now, option B is slightly pricier, but it allows couples to include a small audience, and that is civil ceremony rooms at registry offices around the country. These provide more options and often more dates and cost anywhere between £150 to £300. Isabel and Hitton chose this option, having a small ceremony in Berkshire before they had their celebrant-led wedding at a stunning venue in Buckinghamshire. Similarly, Amelia and James did their legal paperwork in Nottinghamshire just days before their personal wedding celebrant ceremony in Leicestershire. Option C is for couples who prefer to keep everything at one location, where registrars can come to the wedding venue, but this option is the most expensive, sometimes costing up to £1,000 depending upon your council. Now, Holly and Jack timed their legal paperwork with registrars to be done during their drinks reception, keeping it seamless for their guests after their celebrant ceremony. Charlotte and Dom, they did the same, ensuring that their legal bit didn't overshadow their fun, celebrant-led ceremony. Now, option D is for religious couples. They can choose how to have their legal marriage in a church if they choose. This option costs between £500 to £1,000, depending upon the church that you hire. Chelsea and Dom had their legal marriage ceremony in their local London church before their personal celebrant-led ceremony in a stunning West Sussex venue. It's a great option for those that want the best of both of their worlds, faith and flexibility. Finally, international couples often choose to marry abroad, where laws are, quite frankly, more straightforward. Olivia and Jonathan got married in Switzerland before celebrating with all their friends and family with a fun celebrant ceremony in Sheffield. Raquel and John did their legal bits in New York before their guests touched down in Yorkshire for their happy and personal wedding ceremony overlooking the stunning Yorkshire Dales. Now, if the couple are eligible, this option can simplify the process, as well, of course, as adding an exciting twist to your wedding story. Now, let's get practical. It's crucial that couples book their legal marriage ceremony as early as possible, especially if they're going for the cheapest option, the statutory marriage ceremony, because availability can be limited. Remember to ask specifically for the £46 statutory marriage ceremony, and don't let councils upsell you to more expensive options. If they're being a bit funny or difficult with you, then you can always contact the General Registrar Office for help, because some councils don't make it easy for you to book the cheapest option, but they have to. It's the law. Now, before any legal paperwork can be signed, couples must give notice at their local registry office at least 29 days before they have their legal civil marriage ceremony. You'll need to have proof of identity, and you'll also have to state when and where your legal marriage ceremony is going to be taking place. And remember, this is the legal marriage ceremony, not the personal wedding celebrant ceremony. Check to make sure you've got all the documentation ahead of time, and if you don't know what that is, then make sure that you contact your local council or look on their website. Now, while celebrant ceremonies aren't the same as the legal marriage ceremony in England and Wales, they offer something registrars can't, and that's unparalleled personalisation. Now, whether it's a quirky ritual, a heartfelt story, or blending cultural traditions, or simply just something fun and entertaining, celebrant ceremonies let couples celebrate their love and marriage in their own way. So, are celebrant weddings legal? No. But does that stop couples from having the day of their dreams? Absolutely not. Whether you're a couple planning your wedding or an aspiring wedding celebrant, there's so much potential for creating something that's absolutely magical.